All right, everyone. Welcome once again on this lovely Thursday to our trending topics class. And for the whole month of May, we have been chatting about May celebrations. Okay, we've had some really fun classes on Thursdays. And here we are at the end of May. Can you believe it? I cannot. Where is time going? And today we're going to celebrate the end of school. As a mom, once again, can't believe it. My daughter's last day of school is tomorrow. Tomorrow. Holy moly. Okay. So, super crazy for those of you who've been along with us for a couple of years now. My daughter's getting older. She's going to be in fourth grade next year. And I said to her last night, I was like, a big fourth grader. And she was like, Mom, that makes me feel old. And I was like, if that makes you feel old, think about how I feel, right? But today we're going to celebrate, okay? We're not thinking about next year yet. We're celebrating the fact that school is going to be out for the summer, okay? Like the song says. So what are we going to be chatting about today in this dietitian class? In the way of school being out for summer, we're going to talk about some gifts, okay? Maybe gifts that we can give the teacher or for the kids for the summer, like a kid's summer pack, okay? So, maybe you don't have kids in school right now, totally okay. Maybe your neighbor, your grandkid, you want to get them a little something to start off their summer vacation. But in the way of the teacher stuff, I think it's always nice to give them a little something. Once again, maybe you don't have kids in school, but maybe you have a friend who's a teacher. They could probably use a little something after the year. All right. So we're going to talk a gift for the teacher. We're going to talk about the summer pack for kids to get them going. Today's class is going to be a little bit different because we're going to really be chatting through a whole bunch of products. And then at the very end, we're going to really switch gears and go through our sales circular for the week. Okay. So lots to cover today. We're going to start off with the teacher stuff. Okay. And guys, I could have purchased so many things in the store. I will tell you guys that I wandered in the store for definitely over an hour yesterday, picking out these different goodies and really trying to give you guys some good ideas. So one thing that I didn't buy, but I thought was super cute was this little bee. Look at this. Don't forget about our floral section, whether it be for teachers or just for any reason. But I thought this would be so cute for a teacher. It just sat there and made me smile. Okay. So definitely check out our floral department. I didn't pick it up because it didn't go with the theme of the little gift basket that I'm making today. And you guys know I'm all about a theme. So let me go ahead. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for now so we can get into all of these products that are going to go into my little goodie bag. And today we are making, I have the little card already, a nacho average teacher goodie bag. Get it? Nacho, like we're going to do like nacho stuff. Okay. We're going to make a whole bag of goodies that you could use to make nachos, but it's like nacho average teacher. It works. I'm telling you, you just got to say it fast. Okay. But it's a thing. So my little note for the teacher, nacho average teacher, thanks for being you and for all that you do. It's going to be tucked in there. Now, instead of doing an actual basket, which you could, I'm going to use one of our reusable bags from the store, which you can't go wrong with that. And right now, here we are, of course, in the Phillies area. Okay, I picked a Phillies bag for mine because my daughter's teacher really loves the Phillies. So I figured, let's do it. Okay, so that's what I'm going to use. It's more of a practical little goodie bag instead of just like a gift bag or what have you. All right, I do this all the time at Christmas as well. I use these reusable bags for gifts. Okay, so how are we making nachos? What products are we putting in there? We're going to start with the chips, okay? Of course, you could do your regular tortilla chips. I love the cup chips, right? It just makes the nachos a little easier to use. But I wanted to point out these chips are low sodium, okay? You know I talk sodium all the time. Low sodium is 140 milligrams of sodium or less. These are 110, all right? So a nice option there. I'm going to wait to put the chips in at the end so I don't break them. But if you want some different types of chips, okay, in our Nature's Promise line, we recently came out with sweet potato tortilla chips, which I think are really fun. I love our blue corn tortilla chips. They can be really fun and festive, especially like 4th of July coming up. But I was like, hey, these sweet potatoes, that's something different, unique, a little bit of a different flavor. Also low sodium. They are 100 milligrams of sodium. Okay. So we have our salty type chips going on, even though they're not too salty. All right. So those are options. And then we have one more chip option that we're going to put in the bag. Okay. This is the Siete brand. They have a ton of cool products. I'm going to show you some more as we go along here. But this is their cinnamon like churro chip. And so once again, we have like that salty, savory vibe going on, but maybe the teacher wants a little sweet. Maybe they want to make some sweeter nachos, like a dessert nacho. This can be a fun item for that. Also low sodium, only 85 milligrams, and only 5 grams of added sugar, even though they are a cinnamon churro trip. So really cool item there that they could do a sweet type nacho for their nacho average teacher bag. I'm going to keep saying that fast, all right? So what are we going to put on the nachos? All right, couple different items here. Of course, if we want to season them up, we have our Nature's Promise taco seasoning. I think that this could be something if you are putting meat on, we can season the meat first. If we're not, we can still do a nice sprinkle of this over top. Or if we're going more of a vegetarian direction, I think it's also great to put something in like a plant-based protein. These are our low sodium black beans. We also have just no salt added in general black beans in our Nature's Promise line, but a good topper to our nachos and a very easy protein, right? Everything that's in this bag, I want it to be shelf-stable, but I wanted it to be enough for the teacher to actually be able to make the nachos with everything that we're giving them. So this can be that protein for them there, okay? Once again, low sodium, they have the protein, but then also a nice chunk of fiber too with them being a bean. So we have our chips, we have some seasoning, we have a protein to top off. And then if we feel like we need a little extra something, I love rice when it comes to any type of Mexican food. Taco Tuesday, I get a taco and I get a side of rice. That's just what we do almost every Tuesday, if we're being honest. But I like rice on top of nachos as well. I think it's something a little extra. This is our Nature's Promise microwavable rice. So 90 seconds in the microwave, super quick and easy. A brown rice, a white rice. I'll be honest with you guys, if I'm having nachos, just give me the white rice. It's okay. There's still fiber. There's still protein, okay? We don't always have to go the direction of the brown rice. This still has a lot of great nutrition benefits. You'll see right on the front, still getting a guiding star. A good convenience item, once again, to make these nachos very quick and easy for the teacher. All right. We got chips, we got seasoning, we got protein, a little bit of grain. Now, maybe they want to make some guac to go with their nachos. Give them a nice seasoning packet from Fresh Success here. This is their mild guacamole seasoning mix. You could even put some avocados in this bag or some limes. I didn't just in case, like, I want to make the nachos, but I'm not going to make them this week type of thing. You don't want them to go bad. But if you know somebody would make it right away, I say put a few avocados in there, put some limes in there. But I think that this guacamole seasoning mix can just make it that much easier for them if they want to make some guac. Okay. Now, we of course need some salsa, right? Like, can't have our nachos without salsa. So here we have our Nature's Promise mild salsa. We have this in hot as well. But what I like once again about our salsa, low sodium. Okay, it meets that mark. It's at 130. Not all salsas do, especially the hotter that you get. Okay, so a good item here with our Nature's Promise line. We have that salsa, but then I was like, let's do one other salsa too. And this one really appealed to me. This is Newman's Own, and it is their peach salsa. Not all of their salsas are low sodium, but this one is. And I thought, hey, I wonder, would these go like a little heat, a little sweet. We got the cinnamon, which I think would play well with the peach. So this could be a potential flavor combo here to go with these churro chips. All right. So just an idea with that. What else do we have going on here? One more topping idea here, once again from CHA. This is their creamy jalapeno. I'm not gonna call it a dip. It's more of like a sauce, okay? Has this nice little drizzle cap. I love this in the sense that it's only 10 calories, 1 gram of fat, 30 milligrams of sodium. It's pretty much just jalapenos and avocado oil and some seasoning. Drizzle right over those nachos. A fun one there. Okay. So that is nice. And we need some dessert. So CHA has these very cool Mexican cookies. They have lots of different flavors. This is a chocolate chip cookie with a hint of Mexican vanilla. These, I'm not going to try to attempt to speak Spanish because I can't. I took French and German. So it just wouldn't sound right, okay? But these are their strawberry and cream cookies right here. These are grain-free, so they are gluten-free. The cream ones are also dairy-free, which they have a lot of cheesy type chips that are also dairy-free that they use nutritional yeast for. So some fun products in the way of that. I am super intrigued by these strawberry ones. I do want to try one and with you guys, but I want to make sure I get through everything else here first. So wait for that. Last thing we're going to put in the bag, okay? Some recess, right? School's out, recess. It works. Yes, makes sense. Okay. I've talked about these before in some different classes. I think some other girls have as well, but they have fun flavors. It's kind of what we call a mood sparkling water. Okay. Meant to help calm you down a little bit, calm, cool, and collected. All right. This is a peach ginger and this is a lime citrus. They are on sale right now, extended bonus buy, I believe 2 for 3 until sometime in June. So if you haven't tried these yet, that is the time to do so. All right. So lots of fun items there. I won't take the time to pile it all into the bag, but I am going to put the heavier products on the bottom and then put the chips on top. All right. And then we'll try these here in a couple minutes. So that was for the teachers. Okay. The not so average teacher goodie bag. Now, how about the kids? Once again, you have kids, grandkids, neighbors have kids, whoever has kids. Let's make them a little something to start them off for their summer. Now, I have some items that are food related and some that are not. And these are genuinely things that I would give my kids. Okay, so through and through. We'll start off with some juice boxes. Okay, I feel like juice boxes are always a question of concern. I love the Honest brand, the Honest Kids organic juice boxes because of the sugar reason. Okay, if you're buying 100% juice, then that's a different story, right? That's naturally occurring sugar. That's fine. Those are good. All right. But there are, of course, other types of juice boxes out there that are going to have a lot of added sugar to them. That's not the case for these. Okay. Honestly, these are like a watered down juice, but you don't feel like they're watered down. So no added sugar, but then also no added sweeteners either, which some juice boxes do have added sweeteners. Not that you can't go that direction, but some sweeteners, keep in mind, can give GI type distress. And that's happened to my kid before when trying those different things. So we just like to stick to this one. They have lots of fun flavors. This one is their very good lemonade, which who doesn't want lemonade in the summertime? Okay, so those are the juice boxes that we're going with. Next, I'm all about the applesauce pouches. Okay, we need some snacks for the summer, and Go-Go Squeeze has come out with a new one called Go-Go Squeeze Active. This is not only the fruit applesauce blend, but it also now has electrolytes and no added sugar. Okay, so good for so many reasons. We got the fruit, we don't have the added sugar, the electrolytes, we're sweating so much in the summer. So these could be good for kids or for you. Okay. Either one. This is their blueberry, strawberry, and lemon blend. Really like this. Big fan. Okay. So good item there. Now, another classic snack, but I needed to bring it up, goldfish. Okay, the baked cheddar crackers. And they have them in these cute rainbow ones. They have so many different ones these days. These are my daughter's favorite. So just a fun one to get going into summer. Okay. Another snack item here, we have crispy fruit. Okay, so an alternative crunch to something like chips. We've talked about crispy fruit with you guys before, I believe. We love them here in our house, and they have apples, mangoes, bananas, strawberries. If you're not familiar with them, they are just a freeze-dried fruit. Okay, so once again, no added sugar. It's not a dried fruit, it's freeze-dried, so it's crunchy. They sell them in individual bags like this if you just want to try some different fruits, or they have a big 4-pack as well. So we like them all here. So, but I decided to go with the apple for this goodie bag today. Now, what else do we got going on? We have lots of things. This is our Taste of Inspirations s'mores granola. And a couple reasons that I went with this. I love s'mores. Jenna loves s'mores. Who doesn't love s'mores? But the thing with s'mores is sometimes I feel like kids especially are like, I want s'mores like right now. And I'm like, well, we can't do that right now. Like we don't have a fire pit. You have to have like a whole setting. Like, yes, you can make them in the oven, but this is an easy way for kids to enjoy s'mores whenever they want. And it can be incorporated into other dishes like breakfast time. Let's have a s'mores parfait. So doing yogurt and then putting this on top. I love our Taste of Inspirations brand, as you know, and I think that this is a really fun product from them. So check that out. Okay. Now, we're also getting into the time where some kids might be, taking care of themselves a little bit over the summer, maybe some high school kids or even kids who are younger, but, want to do some things on their own. So here's an idea for breakfast. I've chatted about these before in coffee chat. The Kodiak brand, they make these pancakes in a cup. So this is the blueberry muffin one. They have a s'mores one. They have some others, but you just add water, pop this in the microwave, and you have a pancake. Okay, so something fun, something different, something they can do on their own. All right, so a nice one there. Another big thing would be baking. At least for me and my daughter, she loves to bake. And sometimes she just, she wants to do it by herself. So this is a really nice mix from Miss Jones. I have made some of her other mixes before. I haven't made this one, but I think it's because I've not seen it before. But like I said, I really took my time yesterday looking for stuff. And this is Miss Jones' banana bread mix. And I love banana bread. My mouth is like watering looking at this. Doesn't this look good? So why I went with this mix is yes, you can just make banana bread from scratch, but once again, maybe kids want to start doing this stuff on their own over the summer. So this could be a way to kickstart them for that. On the back, it's going to give you some directions here of you can make this mix just as it is. You can make it by adding another banana or even 2 more bananas, depending on how banana-y you want it to be. But then also the added sugar really low, okay, 10 grams or less, which for something like a bread or a muffin mix for serving is really great, okay? So these are found in the natural and organic section. She has some brownies and cakes and other things. But yeah, give these a go, try them out. A really nice product from her. She also has a lot of gluten-free products too, so check them out. All right. Now, what else do I have here? I'm dropping things. So now that was pretty much all the food things. Let's just talk about a couple of things that you can find in our seasonal section for the kiddos and their summer pack too. First and foremost, books. I know I'm a dietitian and here I'm chatting about like the importance of reading, but kids can lose 1 to 3 months of progress that they have made with reading over the school year, over the summer. Okay, can set them back 1 to 3 months. That's a lot. Okay, so if you have some kids in your lives, buy them some books, all right? Or go to the library, whatever it is that you want to do. But in our seasonal section, in most stores, we have a fun little section of books, and it changes monthly with whatever's going on. The new Lilo and Stitch movie just came out, so I picked up this one. But yeah, get them some books to throw in there. Also, of course, we want to stay active. So we have some jump ropes with Captain America on. All right. So we're staying active in the way of that. Chalk. Okay. And you might be like, oh, I have so much chalk. And I do too. But this chalk comes with stencils. And let me tell you guys, when you do chalk with stencils, it's a game changer. Okay. Just real quick, you put the stencil down, you color in a little bit, but then you like use your finger to tap it out. And it's a whole new world chalk. Okay. Once again, in our seasonal section. Then, of course, we all need more bubbles, right? Bubbles are just fun. Okay. And two more things. I love all of the cups and plates in our seasonal section and how appropriate for a dietitian. Look at this cute strawberry. We also have pineapples. So excited about this. Okay. One more thing. It just fell, so I have to pick it up. Hold on. And you'll laugh whenever you'll see what it is that fell. Oh. Marty. Oh, don't we all love Marty? We always switch up our Marty characters. Okay, there's ones for Halloween, Christmas. Every summer they come out with a new design for Marty. Here he's snorkeling. How cute is he? My kid loves him. All right, so we're gonna put that in the bag. What type of bag am I using for the kiddos? A cooler bag. Okay, we sell these in our stores. It's insulated. It has a top that zippers. All right, and you say to them, I got you this cooler bag because we're going to go on a picnic sometime this summer. All right. I love picnics. You guys are finding out about all of my loves today. All right. I love picnics. I love this cooler bag. Anytime I go to any type of giant event, like if I'm packing up my life to go do a media segment or go do a community event somewhere, like I live in these bags. All right. They are awesome. Pick them up. But yeah, pile all of these things in here and say to the kid, you pick a day and we're going to go on a picnic and we're going to take this cooler back. All right. So lots of fun items there. I'm going to reshare my screen to just elaborate a little bit more about the picnic. Okay. I have mentioned to you guys before to follow us on social. I'm going to show you our social tags here in a minute. This one just came out on our social, I believe, yesterday or the day before. You get lots of great inspiration if you follow us on social like Facebook and Instagram. Like I said, I love picnics. These were some things that I would put in my picnic basket. We talked about sweet potato tortilla chips today, but we also just have sweet potato chips, and they are so low sodium. I'm always about the fresh cut fruit and then maybe some pinwheels from our deli. Okay. Right here are our social media handles for Instagram on the right. If you're on Facebook, just search Giant Food Stores or Martin's Foods, and it should come up there. Okay, but check us out in that way. And then I just wanted to show you a couple more things that you can get for the kids in our stores. Once again, in the seasonal section, I couldn't buy everything, but I thought this was a really neat concept for Miracle Grow to do their own little garden where you can see the roots, you can watch them grow. I love gardening and stuff like that for kids. I think it's super important to learn about where our food comes from and agriculture. So a neat thing there in our seasonal section. And then also hula hoops. All right. Who doesn't love a hula hoop? We have a ton of them. And even if they can't actually hula hoop, we like make obstacle courses with them. We throw them around up in the air. It's a whole thing. Get some hula hoops, okay? So those were some other little odds and ends that I didn't get. And then the next one here, sunscreen. Okay, always good to put that into the goodie bag as well. I put both on here because if the kid is going to daycare, some daycares don't like an aerosol can of sunscreen, so you might want to go the lotion direction of that. But if you're interested in hearing more about sunscreen and sun safety, coming up in June for one of our Wellbeing Connection classes, we are going to be chatting all about sun safety. It's going to be myself as well as one of the pharmacists from our team. It's on Wednesday, June 11th at 12. So if you're not already signed up for that class, get signed up. We're going to talk all about sun safety, which of course is super important this time of year. Okay. Last thing that I'll say in terms of gifts is don't forget about gift cards. All right. Especially this not so average teacher one. I think doing a nice little gift card to our store to get even more goodies to go with it, or maybe their favorite restaurant or whatever it might be. Gift cards are always a great option. So definitely add those in to that goodie bag. All right. So I hope you guys got some fun ideas from that. I'm going to go ahead and end our recording, and we're going to switch gears and go through our circular ad for the week that starts tomorrow. So let me go ahead and stop the recording here. And